I'm going to show you the 3 best ways to power a camping fridge like this. All the pros and cons so you can decide which one will be perfect for your needs. I'm with a lot of other people you hear from. A fridge like this is a game changer for camping and traveling. What you typically don't hear a lot about is how to power it. The fridge is only half the equation and quite often only half the cost. You may have heard people talking about powering these with a solar panel. It doesn't really work that way. The only way to power a 12-volt fridge is with a 12-volt battery or a cord to adapt it to a 110 plug in your house. A solar panel can be used to charge the battery, but it will not power this. First, I want to touch on a power source that many people use, but I don't necessarily recommend. That's the starter battery in your vehicle. My 2 main reasons for that. A typical lead acid starter battery like this is made to do one thing really well. That's to send a huge amount of amperage for a very short time to your starter. They are not designed to send a small amount of amps out for a long period of time, making this battery a very, very inefficient way to power a fridge. The most important reason why I don't recommend using this battery to power a fridge is when the engine is shut off and this battery is not being charged by the alternator system. You're taking a dangerous risk of draining too much power out of this battery and not have enough to start your engine in the morning. Now I know a lot of people use this method and they say they have no problem with it at all. Myself, I'm not willing to take that risk. Usually we do dispersed primitive camping away from anybody or anything, so it would be a long walk to go get help. For many years, the most practical method was using one of these that we have in our 4Runner, a secondary or house battery. Now this could be mounted just about anywhere on or in the vehicle. Now our 4Runner has a full kitchen in the rear and a huge fridge, and we have to retain our back seat for passengers, so the only practical place for us to put our battery is here under the hood. Unfortunately, because this is a high temperature environment, we can't use a lithium battery under the hood. Now we did test a lithium battery at one point. We did a video on it, and I'll put a link to that at the very end of this video. It's charged or maintained by using a DC to DC charger right here. When the engine is running, the alternator sends power to the charger, and this charger is what actually charges the battery. That's a lot of charges. Starter batteries, deep cell AGMs, lithium batteries all require their own unique way of charging. Some people will simply run cables from their starter battery directly to their house battery, not using a DC-DC charger like this. And that works, sort of. AGM and lithium batteries require a higher amount of voltage during their first stages of charging than what most vehicles, modern vehicles, will put out through their alternator. So, in most cases, this battery will not come to a complete charge, and you're lessening the lifespan of the battery by not charging it the way it wants to be. The pros of this system is it's a set it and forget it. It's always here, it's always working, and it charges itself. All you have to do is plug something in and it works. The cons, this can be quite expensive. Most likely much more expensive than your refrigerator. With all the components, battery charger, cables, all the outlets in that we have in the back, we likely have about $2,500 invested in this system. If you're going to mount your battery under the hood like we did, you're going to need a special battery tray. Mary just pointed out to me, I forgot a pro for the system, is with an AGM battery, you can actually jumpstart your vehicle by using this battery. This is definitely not a portable system. It's always in here, it's bolted in. So anything you have to power, like your fridge, if you have sleep apnea like I do and require a CPAP machine at night, you have to have your tent very close to your vehicle and run a wire or a cord from the outlets in the back to your tent. So that's a big con as far as I can see. The next method of powering a fridge is becoming very, very popular. My prediction is that eventually this will make the previous system obsolete. It's a standalone lithium battery power unit. Now you can get these in a wide variety of power storage, from like little 50 amp hour units to 100 amp hour. The best thing, these things are completely self-contained. Inside, of course, is a lithium battery, a built-in charger that you can use to you just plug it into your outlet at home or in your car in the cigarette lighter plug, or a solar panel. They're relatively lightweight, considering how much is crammed inside these. There's a variety of plugs. The fridge would go in here. Bunches of USB ports. 110, there's a built-in inverter to bump it up to 110 volts. And a screen that shows you how much juice is left in the battery, how much power is going out, how much is coming in, all that right there. One of the best things about them is they're totally portable. You can have this mounted or strapped down in your car when you're driving, put it in your tent at night, put it alongside your lawn chairs to power a radio, whatever. These are light enough and portable enough to take just about anywhere. And there's nothing you need to put together or anything, just right out of the box, they work. Now, the downside of these is, one is all batteries have a certain lifespan. Once they go dead, they're done, they're junk, they're scrap. So this whole thing goes in the garbage when the batteries inside lose their life. There's a built-in limiter that will limit only 10 amps coming through this plug. So if you're powering a diesel heater, we have two of them that we use. A lot of times those diesel heaters will require more than 10 amps during their startup phase. So it may not, your diesel heater may not work with one of these. Personally, I think that the 110 outlets are a complete waste of space. We never ever use them. Now in this space, I would rather see another 12 volt outlet, maybe some more USB outlets. And the inverter that's built in here just adds weight and cost to the unit. And when you use these, the inverter uses a lot of power to send out 110 volts through these. So the amount of power in your battery is going to get drained really fast. But personally, I still believe that this unit makes more sense than a permanently installed dual battery system. For the third power solution, we have something that's fairly new to us, but it's been around forever, and that is a battery box. A battery in a box. Inside, we put a 100 amp hour lithium battery. On the underside of the lid, after I get this panel out of the way, you'll see very professionally made wiring connections. There's breakers. You'll see here all kinds of Anderson plugins that will send out more than 10 amps like what's used for a diesel heater. I think that for many of us, this will be the most practical of the three systems. You can use either a lithium or deep cell AGM in here, any size, as long as it fits in the box. We ordered ours with a DC to DC charger already mounted on the top. This is actually the system that we're currently using in our Wanderbug Baja Bug Beetle VW build that we're doing for our new overlanding vehicle. So all we have to do for that is we have some cables coming off the starter battery, an Anderson plug off of that, positive and negative cables, and it just plugs in and we're good to go. So we can take this in and out really easily. It has all the benefits of these other power units. It's completely portable, fairly light. It can be changed from vehicle to vehicle, taken out and put in your tent, whatever. It has a power level gauge, all the necessary outlets, USB and 12 volt, a master switch to turn it completely on or completely off. The one thing that is missing on this unit, as you can probably tell already, that's the 110 outlets and their necessary inverter. That's saving us a lot of cost and weight on this unit. And it comes with a solar input that goes through the charger into the battery. Probably one of the biggest benefits of this unit is when this battery goes dead and is no good anymore, we can just put in a new one. So this box will last, as long as we take care of it, it'll last forever. The only downside I see from this is its physical size. It's quite a bit larger than one of these portable units. But for us, at this time, until somebody comes up with something better, this is the most useful, practical way of powering our fridge. Now down in the video description, we put a link to a video where we installed the dual battery system in our 4Runner. We also included links to this unit, the fridges that we use. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button. That helps us to get out in front of more and more people. And we hope you consider subscribing to our channel. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
All the pros and cons, so you can choose which one will be, so you can decide which one will be perfect. Now you can get these in a wide variety of power storage. A built-in charger that you can plug into your 110 outlet at home. This will meet all of our necessary,